So all that TNA stuff is over with, guys, and
Woo.
we're running down on the end of this episode of Smack Talk. So let's talk about Fantasy League that we have going on, which means I'm going to pass this over to Mike Payton to fill us in on whatever he needs to fill us in on.
All right, well, we are not most, we're a good amount of the way through Session 4 on the road to SummerSlam. And things haven't changed too dramatically, though things are starting to get very, very interesting. Tony Mango's Tony's Tykes still in last place, but catching up, 313 points. Steven Wago's Team Thoner, 374 points. Drew White's Drew Crew with 429 points. Remember, he just did that shakeup last week, getting himself Seth Rollins taken from Sean Walker's team in trade of Jack Swagger. Third place is currently Miguel Leon's Team Best for Business, 521 points, hot on the tail of Sean Walker's Team Homeless in second place with 546 points, and I'm still sitting pretty, holding that lead with 738 points for my team Next Gen. So as usual, we like to follow things up with checking out for any substitutions or trades. And as a matter of fact, we had an off-the-table trade happen during the week that didn't quite happen on the show. We're not going to get the full details of it because Sean's not here. But they discussed, and by they I mean Sean and Steven, to create the trade of Bray Wyatt for Randy Orton. And that is going to become official now before we head into our substitutions. So I'm going to mark that into my little thingamabobber here. And that brings us to the actual substitutions, in which Miguel Leon has number one priority at the moment. So Miguel, is there anybody you would like to trade?
Substitutions.
Z.
Let me, can you send me the fantasy listing so I can see who's already taken?
The same place it always is.
So how's everyone?
So this week on editing,
singing a song.
so could the outro just be all the fucking edits we have to make?
Yes. You know what? I'm going to make a substitution then.
Oh, okay.
I am going to substitute Lana, and in her place, I'm going to take Brie Bella.
Interesting.
Not a bad idea.
Brie Bella just gaining her job back this week. So that's a quick scoop up from Miguel Leon there. Brings us to Sean Walker, who is unfortunately not here and did not tell me of anything else he was interested in doing. So nothing going on for him. Brings it to myself, and I am currently happy with where my team is at. Despite the fact that the streak for Bodell has ended this week, I'm still going to hold on to him for now. I think he's still going to be doing some cool things over the next number of months. Which brings it to Tony Mango.
I'm not happy with my team 100%, but I can't pick anybody else that I want because they're on everybody else's team. So I'm staying the same unless something crazy happens with other trades.
All right, Mr. Juego, you're next.
How many weeks away are we from SummerSlam?
2, 3?
I think there's 2 weeks.
Okay, well,
I'm
in that case, I'm gonna keep Chris Jericho. I'm actually gonna get rid of him right before the pay-per-view unless someone wants him. So I'm willing to offer a trade, so I'm putting that out on the table if anyone's interested.
All right, we'll keep our ears tuned for that one. Mr. Drew White, you're next.
So, Peyton, would you be interested in shading for Brock Lesnar?
For Roman Reigns?
No, Sheamus.
Oh, Sheamus? I don't want Sheamus.
Oh, okay. How about Sheamus for Cesaro?
Ooh.
I take that. Cesaro's fucked.
I'm not official. It's not official yet. I don't know. How about Sheamus for the Boyo?
No.
Okay, then never mind. Fuck you.
Wait, you don't want Paige?
No.
Okay. How about Stardust?
How about this is my team and I'll decide what happens? All right, Miguel, we come back to you then. You already made one trade. Is there anyone else you're interested in popping out?
Nah, I'm happy with the Usos, Rusev, and Triple H.
All right, well then that concludes all the business we had to do for the Fantasy League this week. To get all the most up-to-date information and scores, be sure to stay tuned to KeepingKayfabe.com or the official Keeping Kayfabe Facebook or Twitter feeds.
So Sheamus for John Cena, Wago?
That's actually kind of tempting, but no.
Alrighty, guys, that's going to transition us into plug time. So hit us with your plug, starting with Wago.
What? I'm not going first? Okay.
Shut the fuck up, Drew. All right, for all your MMA needs, go to udmma.com, twitter.com/udmma, and facebook.com/udmma. Remember, unanimous decision MMA, UDMMA. And also check out Addicted to Anime. You can find us on Mega Powers Radio. It's a monthly podcast where we pick apart and review different shows. You can find us on facebook.com/addictedanimefans and Addicted to Anime on Twitter. And that's about it.
Miguel?
Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock on blogtalkradio.com is the Untitled Movie Show, where we talk about movie news. In fact, this coming Tuesday, we're going to be discussing all the news that came out of San Diego Comic-Con. If you want to listen to our previous episodes, we did a retrospective on Marvel Phase 1 this past Tuesday, so if you want to check out our archive section on there, you're more than welcome to. But tune in this coming Tuesday for our San Diego Comic-Con episode, 8 o'clock on blogtalkradio.com, the Untitled Movie Show.
Drew?
Hashtag Drew Crew, Tony Tykes suck, and fuck Team Homeless.
No FTNA?
TNA's got enough from us today.
No, they didn't.
Anyways, so fuck TNA and fuck Dixie Carter.
Dixie Carter. Dixie Carter.
I wouldn't want to fuck her. Her eyes are slanty and shit.
I would, but it would be more of a grudge. This is for 12 years and Vince Russo.
Peyton, save us. Hit us with your plugs.
If you enjoy listening to us talk about wrestling, join us every single Monday night following Monday Night Raw on megapowersradio.com for our Raw post show, the most interactive post-Raw experience available. The chat room will be scrolling with your comments, and we'll be accepting your calls live on the air. So join us once again. That's Monday nights after Raw, www.megapowersradio.com. And since we spent this night talking about Impact, I want to throw this teaser out there that whenever that final episode of Impact is, we're going to do the first ever and only ever Impact post show. So you can definitely look forward to fun that happens with that. As a matter of fact, I kind of hope that's not the same week as Comic-Con, because we're not going to be around that Thursday night. Or we're going to be and actually that's some big news. Tony and myself and a couple other members of Fanboys Anonymous will be heading to New York Comic-Con. So if you're going to be going there as well, please hit us up. Maybe we'll meet up, take some photos, make fun of TNA, whatever we feel like doing. And to do that, follow me on Twitter, please. My official Twitter is @MRPADEN. That's Mr. Payton. And one last plug, please join our official Facebook group, The Mega Maniacs, facebook.com/groups/The Mega Maniacs.
How awesome would it be if JD calls in on that Impact post show? Guys, I just got to tell you, that Dixie Carter and her butt buddies, Spud and
however.
I got to admit, however.
Well, from my side of things, that wasn't already necessarily covered in the rest hold Peyton threw out there about the New York Comic Con. For those people that are not into the Fanboys Anonymous stuff or whatever, I'm sure that you don't necessarily care. But at the same time, even though it's something that's dedicated towards something outside of wrestling, like Peyton had said, if you come by, say hello to us, we're not going to be having a table. We're going to be doing our own kind of a thing out there. But you meet up with us and stuff, we'll probably film something for Smack Talk and everything like that as well. So it's not just for the geek kind of stuff out there. Anytime that we get together and we do different stuff, of course, wrestling is going to be a part of it in some way. We also may be popping up around Cherry Hill, which is somewhat close to my area, for the Monster Mania convention coming up later on in August. So it's another thing that you might be interested in, because wrestlers do pop up there as well. So if you're from around the area or you can make it around the area, pay
Piper's
attention.
going to be there.
Piper's going to be there. I know that Sid's been there a couple different years. Kevin Nash has popped up here and there. So that's more of a...
Jericho be dabbling in anything?
It might not be. That's
Well,
more of a horror convention thing, but they do have other things out there.
The reason Piper's actually going to be there is for a reunion of They Live, so it's not like he's there to promote WWE or anything.
Yeah, but I'm
Really?
sure that,
Is Carpenter going to be there?
I don't know.
I don't know for sure. I actually haven't looked too much into that, but at least sometime Fanboys Anonymous is going to have some kind of representation there. And for one last thing that I need to mention, reiterate from the rest hold, This episode hopefully was good enough to hold you guys over for a little bit longer than normal. We've been recording these episodes on Wednesday nights and every once in a while back on the Friday schedule. But next week, remember, we are going to be recording that live edition of Smack Talk on Saturday, August 9th, 8 p.m., megapowersradio.com. Mark your calendars, come out, talk to us, call in live, make fun of other people that we want to make fun of, whether it's TNA or not. Direct the conversation whatever way that you guys want to. Ask us questions, pick our brains, goof off, do your own version of the time cow noise, whatever you guys want to do. We're going to have lots of fun, so make sure that you guys pop up for that. And for this episode, we are, fortunately, unfortunately, depending on how you like this episode, finished. For everybody on this panel and everybody who couldn't pop up tonight, thank you guys for listening. This has been another Smark Out moment, and we're being counted out.
5, 2,
Ladies and gentlemen, to honor the death of TNA, please join us in the outro for a 10-bell salute.